times and used enchantments and dealt with familiar spirits.
And we knew the times. I mean, look how accurate our calendars were, bro. Our Mayan
calendar, bro. The most perfect calendar exists at this time. They said it. We didn't say it.
That's right.
And used enchantments.
You need Esau to say it
so people believe it.
Could, yeah,
right. Absolutely.
Yeah.
That's how destroyed we are.
That's right.
That's because they still worship in the white man.
That's right.
That's their worship. That's their daddy, bro. You know what I mean? They go to him. Is that all right? You know, if it's not all right, and we have
that's their God. Remember, that's their God. They kneel to him.
That's
not their daddy. Their God.
That's their God, bro. You're right. That's their God, man.
Hey, what gods do they got? Santa Muerte. They got all kinds of crazy shit, man. Hey, ¿qué pasa allá en el DF en Tepito, man? They're all Santa Muerte like a motherfucker over there, man. It's crazy bananas that people go there from other countries and you're like, you adore the deaf? That shit is bananas, bro. Fucking crazy. That's all cartel life. All that shit, man. Malverde. Fucking nuts, dude. Out of control.
Oh, that's one of the curses, right? Deuteronomy 28. That's one of the curses.
Hey, but we're just talking about the idols, and that's right now. We got those idols right there, man. Those people are still doing. They're sacrificing blood sacrifice to this day, man. Big time witchcraft in Veracruz and all that shit, man. Brujos in Guatemala, man.
That's right.
Over there in Bolivia, the brothers in Bolivia, man, they know about sacrificing all that shit, man. The llamas and shit to the mountains and to the gods and shit.
24/7.
I'll read the rest of 4 here. And he built the altars for all the hosts of heaven and the 2 courts of the house of the Lord. And he made his son pass through the fire and observed times and used enchantments and dealt with familiar spirits and wizards. He wrought much wickedness in the sight of the Lord to provoke him to anger. And we all know what's going to happen to witches, man. They got to be put to death, man.
That's how why the Most High he sent over the European in the first place, because of all that mess, bro.
Yeah, Deuteronomy 28 and 49. The eagle, man.
All right, check this out. Give me this is what you were talking about at the border, right? Give me Jeremiah 15 and 7. Jeremiah 15 and 7.
And I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land.
All right, right there. A fan, when they would fan the threshing floor, they would beat the grain, right? And they would knock off the chaff off of it. So
the chaff, right.
And when they would fan it, it was a form of
the air will catch it and the shell will fly away. Right.
So that's talking. That's a similitude of separation. So read that again.
And I will fan them with a fan of. Excuse me. And I will fan them with a fan in the gates of the land.
That's the border. Read.
I will bereave them with children. I will destroy my people since they return not from their way.
I will bereave them of their children. So he says, I will separate you at the border, and I'm going to take your children from you, bro. All that's missing is locking them in dog cages. You know what I'm saying? That's talking about us, bro. That's talking about us. Jeremiah 15 and 7. It says, I mean, who else is that happening to right now as we speak in real time, bro? They at the gates of the land, they're separating us at the border. The families at the border, they're fanning them at the gates of the land, which is the border. They're taking their children away, bro. And we've just been talking about that. This Bible's talking about us, bro. You know what I'm saying?
That's right.
Yeah, man. Also, there's Lamentations also talks about how they be hiding in the desert, looking to destroy us. You know what I'm saying? This whole Bible's talking about us, bro. So people need to wake up to their true nationality. This way, but you have to follow the law, statutes, and commandments of the Most High. This is how you get the understanding of this, and this is how you get the understanding of the book. You know what I'm saying?
Oh, most of us are first or second generation born in the United States. That doesn't mean somebody else, our ancestors, our abuelos went through this. You just can't forget about it.
Oh, we've been going through this, bro.
Yeah,
there's been an anti-Mexican sentiment since the beginning. They started out with what was called the Repatriation Act, right, in 1840, right, and then they had Operation Wetback in like the 1950s.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying?
Well, even before then, during the Depression, they had to get rid of all the Mexicans because all the white folks couldn't get jobs. And then 1929 to the Depression.
And look what they're doing now. They're doing the same damn thing they've always been, bro. They've been trying to get rid of us for 500 years, brother. And through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they haven't been able to do it because we still have righteous brothers and knowledgeable brothers and wise brothers like what's on this screen right now. You know what I'm saying? So they, through the spirit and power of Yahweh Bashem Yahushua, they can't take us out, bro. Otherwise, they would have just wiped us all out. Why wouldn't they just wipe us all out? It's
funny you said that, but here in Texas,
you fell off, bro.
He's messing with the signal now.
Yeah, they don't want.
Here in Texas, the majority of the population now as of 2020 is Issachar now.
Wow. I gotta move.
People are losing their minds, man. People are losing their minds.
Yeah,
but
that's good, bro.
It's our land anyway, so what the fuck?
Yeah, what's up? I call that Edomite amnesia, but how the hell do you get this, man? Edomite amnesia.
Look at a map from 1784, and it shows you all west of the Mississippi was basically Issachar's, man.
It's called,
you know what I mean? All the way to Canada.
The Treaty of Guadalupe Hidalgo, right?
Guadalupe Hidalgo. That's right, brother.
Mm-hmm.
And guess what? Right now they're in dispute over the water rights because of that. Because they cut off the water and the water's not going to Mexico.
Damn.
So yeah.
All right, here's some more,
all the water, diverting all the water, so the crops of San Diego and all that in that area.
I get check this out. Get Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18.
Say that again, brother. Cut out.
Lamentations chapter 4, verse 18.
Gotcha. All right. Lamentations 4 and 18. They hunt our steps, that we cannot go into our streets.
This is our street.
Our end is near.
You know what I'm saying? These are our streets, bro. They just moved in, bro. We had streets, we had buildings, we had trails, we had all these things, bro. They just moved in and gave us a mandatory memory wipe. So all of our history just starts at 1492 when Christopher Columbus sailed the ocean blue, and we never existed before that. You know what I'm saying? But read that again.
Between trades here in the Americas, all the way to South America, bringing feathers of Quetzal all the way to the north and bringing stuff down all the way to the south that they want. There was a huge trade and logistics going on. You can look into that Camino Real that goes into New Mexico, that we had that going on.
Oh, yeah? Yeah, so finish reading that. Read 18 to 20.
They hunt our steps, that we cannot go into our streets. Our end is near. Our days are fulfilled, for our end is come. Our persecutors are swifter than the eagles of heaven. They pursue us upon the mountains. They laid wait for us in the wilderness.
They lay wait for us in the wilderness. What you got to do? You got to cross the desert for 3 days in the wilderness. Right?
Hey,
you got to walk over for 3 days.
You got our women, children, and something only special forces could do, and our people do it all the fucking time.
That's right, brother. That's
pregnant,
right.
Dragging kids.
Hey,
these guys can barely special forces to do this shit, man.
Hey, bro, you watch that? You watching the Exodus happen before your eyes.
Hey, you know, I saw a documentary, right? I saw a documentary with an American crew, and they went through the process to replicate it. They went to Mexico, and they snuggled back in. Like they paid the guys, and they said, "Look, we want to film it." So they all masked up, and they went through the process. You should have seen these dudes' face when they're in the desert walking, and they only had that much water, and they were so dehydrated that fucking buzzards were circling, and you should see their face. That finally, because they had no signal, they couldn't get signal. Finally, when they got signal, they called the people, and they had the GPS, and they came there. And bro, they almost were crying because the process they went through, and that was just, a little bit. I'm sure they didn't even do the whole route. They probably did 1/3 of the shit because they had to walk for 16 hours or whatever they had. Then they had to sleep over the night and then walk at night. And then by the sun, they had to take a route because they didn't want to default the original route. And these guys were out in the middle of nowhere, desert. And the buzzards were like, look, we're not joking. The buzzards are circling. They look, and the fucking buzzards are circling them. And when finally the crew came, you should have seen their face. The guy talked to his wife. He's like, your voice. Oh, my God, your voice. It sounds so good. And they were just pounding Gatorade like crazy because they're so dehydrated. And our people do this all the time. Women, children, old men.
Yeah.
Try to put some special forces soldiers to do that, man. Motherfuckers dropping like goddamn fucking. You can't make this shit up, man. Our people are strong. Mentally strong, spiritually strong, and physically strong. That's what we could do and get away with all this stuff. They try to have been killing us forever, and we still here, man. So fuck them.
Right. Calm, bro. Calm. They can't.
That's right.
Hey, they're dying off now, bro. You know what I'm saying? They're dying off. So it's
they descend from a long line of fucking horse fuckers and sheep fuckers, man. And that's why they're homosexuals, man. That's why they brought syphilis here, because syphilis comes from what? Sheep. They're a bunch of sheep fuckers, man.
Profane. Like any profane person.
Hey, they catch all these K9 unit officers. Hey, they find these police officers with the K9 unit, Louisiana, fucking his dog, man. What kind of shit is that?
Hey, Reed. Hey, Matt.
Under the law, they got to put that man to death and the dog to death, man. That dog didn't do that. He didn't even deserve that shit.
Hey, speaking of that, read Hebrews 12. Get Hebrews
12 and 16?
12 and 16, sir. Yes, sir.
I got you. I read that today.
Did you?
Yeah, and I read the 4 and 16 for the brother here about the two-edged sword.
Yeah, that's right. And he brought that out, if I may. Can you guys hear me?
Yeah.
Okay, so the brother read that for me because my 6-year-old son, as he was sitting down hearing me and the brother Mera H speak, he heard us talking about our Bibles being our swords and our Bible being referred to as swords. So my son, in the middle of the conversation, his question was, Dad, why do you guys call the Bible a sword?
Mm-hmm. Why?
I read the verse for him.
That's right.
You got the scripture for that?
So just
sharper
Hebrews
than
4,
any two-edged sword,
right?
Yes, sir.
Hebrews 4 and 16. If you want to read it, brother.
Yeah,
I got Hebrews 12 and 16. Want me to read that?
read them both.
All right, I'll read first the Esau one. Lest there be any fornicator, a profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. For ye know that afterwards, when he would have inherited the blessing, he was rejected.
Mm-hmm.
For he found no place of repentance, though he sought it carefully with tears.
That's why it's a sword, because that's the truth, bro. That's the truth.
Is there a precept to that on Sirach 31 and 13?
And somebody hears that truth, when an Edomite hears that truth, it cuts, bro. That's why it's the sword. You know what I'm saying? Go ahead, get that precept.
Deep. Yeah. This is Hebrews 4 and 12.
You know Spanish?
Suficiente, bro. I don't
¿Hablas bien el español o cortado?
Just un poco, bro. Just a little bit. You know what I mean?
Okay.
You only, but you could throw it in there, man. Throw some Spanish in there.
No,
Also,
it's
I'll understand some of it.
okay.
Well, how about I bring it out in English? You bring it out in Spanish, brother. How about that?
Órale.
No, it's we got all it's English only, but probably later on we could do something in Spanish.
Bring the same verse out in Spanish. Hebrews 4 and 12. I'll bring it out in English. I'll bring it out in English. Bring it out in Spanish. How about that?
Simón.
Hebrews 4 and 12.
Hebrews 4 and 12. New Testament, yes. I'll read it in English. Hebrews 4 and 12. For the word of God is quick and powerful and sharper than a two-edged sword, piercing even to a dividing asunder of soul and spirit, and the joints and marrows and descenders of the thoughts of the intents of the heart.
That's why it's the sword, man. You know what I'm saying? You'll get cut. You get cut with it. And the thing is that just when the spirit enters your ear and you hear that, bro, that's just the beginning. You got to go home and wrestle with that at night before you go to sleep. You know what I'm saying?
Big Band-Aid.
And the two-edged sword, because it cuts both ways too. If you don't have a right doctrine or the right shielding, you have your armor, they cut you.
Right, you're right, bro. It'll come right back and
it goes both ways. It goes both ways.
You're right, brother.
If you haven't put on the right armor, that's it.
Hey, bring out
that just brings out the Bible. No, John 3:16. He's about to get chopped his ass up, man.
Hey, bring that sword verse out in Spanish, Akim.
Okay, es Hebreos 3:12. En efecto, la palabra de Dios es viva y
Hebreos 4:16, hermano.
¿Perdón? Es Hebreos 4:12, right? 4:12.
Hebreos 4:16. Oh, perdón, 12, perdón.
12. En efecto, la palabra de Dios es viva y eficaz, más penetrante que espada de dos filos, y penetra hasta donde se divide el alma y el espíritu, las articulaciones y los tuétanos, haciendo un discernimiento de los deseos y los pensamientos más íntimos.
Yeah.
Can you read it again? Because it cut up. It cut up a little bit. Read it again.
I'll read it again. Hebreos 4:12. En efecto, la palabra de Dios es viva y eficaz, más penetrante que espada de dos filos, de doble filo, y penetra hasta donde se divide el alma y el espíritu, las articulaciones y los tuétanos, haciendo un discernimiento de los deseos y los pensamientos más íntimos.
Yeah, that's the sword, man. That's the sword.
That's sharp. When that thing so sharp that it cuts bone, marrow, spirit. I don't know no weapon like that, and no bazooka Joe that could go against that, man.
Yeah, let me follow up with one. This is Acts chapter. This is a follow precept for that. Okay, or it's a follow up to land back off of that. Acts chapter 7 verse 54. When they heard these things, they were cut to the heart. They were cut to the heart, and they gnashed him with their teeth. They were so mad. You know what I mean, they were cut to the heart. This is why it's called the sword, man. You know, and this is the truth, man. And the truth, and what the truth is talking about, is that the so-called blacks, Hispanics, and Native American Indians are the true Hebrew Israelites that the Bible speaks of, you know. And that's what it's talking about. That's the truth, man. And
guess what? We have the archaeology, man.
We got a
lot of the tribes. Southern Kingdom may not have the archaeology because they have a lot of the, prophets and stuff like that. But we have all the archaeology.
They don't have it, bro. There was no Hebrew artifacts found in Africa, bro. They were all found here. All of them. Here's a list of them, bro. There was
kingdoms set up in Mali and things of that nature, right? I'm not detesting that, but the actual artifacts of the Hebrews found from the Nez Perce tribe, Chief Joseph, right? The Assyrian tablets.
That's right.
The Newark, Ohio, the Decalogue stone.
That's right. Las Lunas, New
A
Mexico.
hidden mountain in New Mexico with 10 commandments in
That's
Paleo
right.
Hebrew and the name of Yahweh.
That's right.
Hey, one more. Isn't these Edomites always looking for weapons of mass destruction and they got the receipt? Well, we got the receipt right here, man. We got the receipt and it's long.
Yeah, bro. They just found 800 artifacts in Puerto Rico. 800 with Hebrew writing, bro.
I got that. I got that article. Yep.
The pyramids alone, the pyramids alone, man. The pyramids alone. There's one in Wyoming.
And guess what? They've only started studying that since 2015, and they've had it at the turn of the century, man. Like turn of the 19th century, man. Son las piedras de Guaranilla, man, in Puerto Rico. The last descendant of the Taino woman, she was dying and called the priest and said, "I have a big secret. I don't have any more descendants, so I have to tell you what I have." He's like, "There's a stone. You got to move, and there's a library down there. This is where it's at in Guaranilla. This is the location." The priest went there, moved the stone, stairs going down, and he found all these stones. And he paid, move them, and they just held them. And it's all Paleo Hebrew, man. And they just started studying this stuff, man. 2015, they've had them forever. You know, they got all kinds of these artifacts in the bottom of the Smithsonian. You know, talking about Arizona, there's parts that are Egyptian artifacts, right? We were in Egypt. We know what was going on. We were replicating that here. Canaan. They're calling it, that's where the word Canada, New Canaan. Canaan. That's where Canada gets its name.
Wow.
I heard that, bro. I heard that before.
Turtle Island.
So we got, there's the
Lisa Turtle, right? I seen that one. From Saved by the Bell. Lisa Turtle, la negrita.
Right.
Yeah.
They used to call it Turtle Island. And of course, in the Apocrypha, it's called Arzareth in Jewish Encyclopedia. So people say, hey, the Apocrypha is not real. Well, Christopher Columbus read it. You can read his book, part of his information from Christopher Columbus and the participation of the Jews. And it tells you that he read the Bible, 4th Esdras. Look at 4th Esdras in Spanish, 13 and 40, which is 2nd Esdras, 13 and 40. And it tells you about the 10 tribes and how they came over here. So if the Apocrypha ain't real, then how did that nigga come over here?
Exactly.
He used the directions of the Apocrypha, which a lot of motherfuckers don't want to believe. But guess what? Yahweh Shai was in the temple of Solomon in the winter celebrating the rededication. Where do you find that? In the Apocrypha.
Maccabees.
These niggas that want to deny all these books, they want to deny history, can't be denied. There's nothing but artifacts. There's nothing but history.
The brother that was trying to come in, he says, in Mexico, there's a city called ISSACHAR, and it's spelled ISSACHAR.
Yeah, it has a different spelling. That's Matamoros Azucarit. That's right. That's the whole name. So you only hear Matamoros, but you don't hear the whole name uttered. Yeah, the Sakari brought that up, brother. They brought their series YASHARALA. They did a tremendous. They did a tremendous work with that series, man. They brought I knew a lot of the stuff, but they brought out some stuff that I didn't know. So I got to give it out to the gorilla and the deacon on that. They brought a lot of powerful information out because a lot of people don't know it takes time, labor, money. You know, not just to find the things, because they're in codices. They're in 18, 17, 16, 15th century books. That's why I tell you, go to this brother Curimel's channel, and he be bringing them out.
But he only brings out for the Negros, bro.
No. I just watched. Haven't been watching him for a while then, because he brings out a lot of stuff for Northern Kingdom. A lot of stuff. Yeah, he was talking about the name America. How it's not named after America, Vespucci. It's named after Amaru, the Amaru Indians, Amaru Khans. Right, that's where you get the name Khan from kings, the Casines, right? The kings, the caciques, right? That's where they got it. They just, like everything, they lied on everything, man. That's where you see the Carib Indians with turbans on their heads. They're like, "Oh, why you niggas wearing turbans?" Because our forefathers wore turbans, man. Moses wore a turban. There's a lot of information that's just barely scratching. They've been sitting on it this whole time, bro.
Yeah, there's
a lot of archives. That brother's got a lot of He's got a spirit. He's got a spirit to be bringing out a lot of information because it's a lot of reading. I know. I've been reading a lot of books for a lot of years, man. It takes a long time to separate the meat from the bones, man. Which books have information, which books are bullshit, and you have to discern that. The spirit guides you too,
Yup.
We need more burros for the burros. That's what we need. More burros.
Yeah,
but didn't Howard Science says that there's going to be
more burros, donkeys,
more laborers.
I'm gonna plug it in over here somewhere.
More laborers. Yeah.
No. We need, in the truth, we need more faces, more Issachars, more Sebulum. We need to have more faces out there. Bring them in, right? Yeah, vemos los morenos. They can relate.
That's right.
If you see one or two Mexicans, that's nothing. We need more.
Mm-hmm.
Right?
Well, we got to use the right bait.
That's right. We're the bait.
Right. We're the bait. We look like them. They're going to understand us.
That's right.
Nuestros hermanos nos van a entender, man.
Mm-hmm. And we know our history, brother. We know what we've been through. You know what I'm saying? We know, like I say, I know all these curses intimately, bro. I know every one of these curses intimately. You know what I'm saying? Plug it in over there somewhere, son. This is Job chapter 8, verse 8. I'm running out of light here. For inquire, I pray thee, of the former age, and prepare thyself to the search of your fathers.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? So by us, we are our father. You know what I mean? We represent.
We're our own forefathers, Khan.
We are
3 or 4 generations.
Sons are us. You know what I'm saying? So we know our history, brother, and by us, just like us showing our faces here, bro, brothers that ain't scared to just speak up for our nation, bro. You know what I'm saying? That has a powerful impact upon this silly dub without heart. You know what I mean?
I got something, because a lot of people want to say, well, these brothers are mad. What's going on? Well, Ecclesiastes 7:7 says, surely oppression makes a wise man mad, and a gift destroys the heart.
That's right.
So, they've been giving us all these, basketball shoes and programs, because your mama's in prison and she's a crackhead, or your abuelita's taking care of you. And, our people are like, man, this white man, he took care of me. He must be the best. He just gave me some welfare, man. He just gave me some crumbs. He gave me some of this government cheese. I've been eating this lock for a month. He's good to me, man.
This block of cheese,
Bro, we had all the wealth. We had all the gold. We had all the silver. We had all the diamonds. We had all the rubies, and they fucking stole it. We're not a poor people. We never been. We're royalty. And royalty has what? Coffers of diamonds and gold and silver. And they're just holding it for us anyway, so it don't matter. They can hold it for right now. It's going to be cankered anyways. Their gold is going to be cankered.
They holding it. Yeah.
There was a shipwreck they found near the coast of Colombia. Like 27 billion or $7 billion worth of diamonds, emeralds, gold.
They found that Gocha in the 80s.
The Spaniard.
Yeah, they're all Spanish gold being ripped off, and they were so greedy that they were so heavy when those hurricanes came, they sank right there in 20, 30 feet of water, and now they're covered in sand. So greedy, man, that their greed just throw another gold bars in here. No, throw some more silver in here.
Hey, they were sinking ships trying to get all that gold back over there, man.
Greed sunk them. Their greed sunk them.
It was like 500,000 tons of gold and 1 million tons of silver, man. They act like they're doing us a favor. Check it out. They act like they're doing us a favor, giving us this stimulus. That's our money anyway, bro. You know what I'm saying? They ain't doing us no favors. That's our money anyway. They stole from us. They got so rich off of it that they could give everybody $6,000 in the United States. They could give 350 million people each $6,000 per household. That's how
don't forget the Jews.
Us, man. You know what I'm saying?
Don't forget the Jews.
So rich off of us that they could do all these things. That's our money anyway, bro.
They're just holding it. Don't worry about it, man. Just holding it.
Yeah. Their greed is insatiable. They are still mining gold in my hood over here, Pueblo, Colorado, bro. They still blasting for gold, bro. They still
silver's big out there. Yeah, Con.
You know what I'm saying?
Hey, they bring a lot of the history out. What's that brother, the Puerto Rican brother, Ephraimite brother, the comedian, John Luis Guzamo, he brought a doc. It's not a documentary, but
No, it's pretty good though, bud.
It's good because he tells you how much gold they stole, right? It's Latin history for morons. Latin history for morons, and it tells you how much gold and silver. Because guess what? They have immaculate records, right? Immaculate records. Because guess what? The insurance companies wanted to know. That's why you have your Geico, you have your Allstate, because guess what? They were insuring us, the most valuable jewels of Yahweh, his treasures, and they insured us when we went down and we were sold. That's how they got their banks. That's how they got their institutions. Their Harvard.
They got their banks. All that is because all everything stole from us, bro.
$4 trillion. Come on, man.
The whole world
their infrastructure. Without the slave trade, there is no America. There is no Europe.
There is no Spain. There is no France. There is no
nothing.
UK.
There's no advancement of anything.
They all know Portugal. They all got rich off of us, bro. The whole world got rich off of what they stole from us.
God, the whole world. Hey, that's Psalms 83, man. They're confederate against Israel, man.
Bring it out. Let the Lord speak. Bring it out, brother.
Psalms 83:1. Keep not thou silence, O God. Hold not thy peace, and be not still, O God. For though thy enemies make a tumult, and they that hate thee have lifted up thy head. Mm-hmm. They have taken crafty counsel against thy people, and consulted against thy hidden ones.
That's right.
They have said, come, and let us cut them off from being a nation, that the name of YASHARALA may be no more in remembrance. For they have consulted together with one consent. They are confederate against thee, the tabernacles of Edom, the Ishmaelites, Moab, and the Hagareans, Gebal, and Ammon, and Amalek, and the Philistines, with the inhabitants of Tyre. That's everybody in the UN, man. What the hell are you talking about, man?
Yep, their greed is insatiable, bro. This is Obadiah chapter 1. The Obadiah chapter 1 says they won't even leave a gleaming grape.
Right, con.
Leave a gleaming grape. Their lust is insatiable, bro. They're like a freaking cancer virus, bro, or something that the Most High he need to take, bro.
They've gone everywhere in this world, killed, raped, stolen. They're a virus, man. It just keeps taking. That's why the earth is the way it is.
Yup. This is Obadiah chapter 1. The vision of Obadiah, thus saith the Lord God concerning Edom. We have heard a rumor from the Lord, and an ambassador is sent among the heathen. Arise, and let us rise up against her in battle. So all Edom's, all Babylon, the great alliances are going to turn against her, bro. You know what I'm saying? So it says, arise, let us rise up against her in battle. And behold, I have made thee small among the heathen. Thou art greatly despised. So America's despised all over the world, man. Verse 3, the pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks. They're the caveman, man. They're the Geico caveman. They're the Edomite, the so-called self-proclaimed white man is Neanderthal. Thank you, brother.
They found out when they're doing this DNA things, they found out they got so much Neanderthal in them, man. Yeah, that's crazy.
So does Moab. So does Moab too.
Yeah, a lot of Moab.
Some of them Moab be growing horns out of their head, like them old.
Because a lot of Moab, remember, Alexander the Great conquered all those areas. So really, a lot of those Moabites, a lot of those Ishmaelites, they're all Esau anyways.
They all the same.
Elam, all that shit. It's just Esau, man. Been living there for
spirit. They in the same spirit too. This is verse 3. The pride of thy heart hath deceived thee, thou that dwellest in the cliffs of the rocks, whose habitation is on high, that saith in his heart, who shall bring me down to the ground? Though thou exalt thyself as the eagle, and though thou set thy